Well, college pro days are happening all across the country. I'm Lindsay Draper with Bryan Broaddus, and we are hanging out at TCU's Pro Day here in Fort Worth, just a few minutes away from Valley Ranch Broaddus. But first, I got to ask you, what was your overall impression of TCU's class today?
Well, first off, congratulations. The first pro day I ever went to you with was at Alabama, so you've come a long way. But I'll tell you what my impressions were when you talk about TCU players, and we look at them on tape, every day. You study them; they're well coached. The facilities, everything about TCU has been a huge upgrade. And the players, you could see, this is a team now that plays in the Big 12. You have to have better players. And that's what we've got now here at TCU. When you talk about whether it's the receivers, the safeties, offensive linemen, the impression, the quarterback, they got guys that are, working out at two different spots. So that tells you a little bit about the type of athletes they have here at TCU.
Well, Cowboys scouts Walter Juliff and Tom Siskowski were here, but more importantly, maybe Derek Dooley was on the field working out Josh Dotson a lot. What'd you see out of that?
Well, I moseyed my way down there. The old former scout was interested in what Derek was doing, and he was talking with Josh about high pointing the football. And what we do know about Josh Dotson is he can go get it. That's one of the things when you watch him on tape, he can elevate. And Derek was talking to him about playing against receivers defensive backs in the league that grab your arm and try and pull you. So they were working on high pointing ball, back shoulder fades, and then anything that they do where he has to have a little bit of a contact. And I thought it was really a nice exercise. They put him through some drills where he ran some routes down the field. You saw the breaks and all that, but the fact that the back shoulder fades, the high pointing of football, all that stuff, I think really told a little bit of a picture for Derek and what he can able to convey back to the coaches when they go back for that meeting.
And the other side of the duo, quarterback Trevon Boykin, I think he only had 3 drops today, Bryan. Pretty solid day, but there was talk with him afterwards. Hey, are you going to go in the draft as a receiver or a quarterback? He said, I want to be a quarterback. What'd you like?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, nice job of scouting him up, watching the quarterback and the receiver participate. I think that, that teams, he looked like he was comfortable catching the football. Now, throwing the football, all these scouts want to see, because of the styles of offense that these colleges play, where it's wide open, it's spread, it's shotgun. Most of his snaps were taken underneath center. Everybody wants to see the footwork, the drop. Can he hit the 5th step, let it fly? A couple of times his footwork didn't match where his arm angle was, ball went high. Those were some of the misses you had. But anything to do with movement, he is really comfortable playing that way. So, yeah, it was a good day for him as far as the accuracy part. There's some things, though, about where ball placement needs to be a little bit better for him, but that's stuff he's going to have to work on.
As we are just less than a month away now from the draft, it's hard to believe. How much stock do you really put into Pro Day and what's going on around here?
I'll tell you what, you're doing your homework today. I think that when you talk about Pro Days and stuff like that, it's for the players, it's so much different than the combine, because the combine, they're pushed, they're pulled, they're told to do this, told to do that. Here they're in an environment where they're very comfortable. So you see them maybe run better. You see them maybe the passes, catch the ball, whatever. The players just tend to feel when they're in their own building. And I do put a lot of stock. If you don't have numbers, if you don't have a 40-yard dash, if you don't have a vertical jump, that's important for the scouts to compare. But the workouts for the coaches to get their hands on these kids, I think, is really important. And the kids get to have some interaction with them, and that, I think that helps them as well.
I'm sure we will get more of an in-depth look at these players with Broaddus' scouting report. When can they tune in to the draft show to hear about these guys?
Yeah, every Friday at 11 a.m. Dane Berger, David Helm, and I, we go all about the draft, all the players, not just the top ones like the Dotsons, but we'll go all the way through this draft and talk about all these guys that potentially could be picked.
All right, from the Sandball Indoor Facility here in Fort Worth, Bryan Broaddus, Lindsay Draper, thanks for tuning in.